Hello, you bunch of wasters known as the Royalists. Welcome back to Eyes Syndrome podcast, the best TV podcast in the land. Says I am your host, Ben Gilman. And as much as normally what happens in a nightclub, our women have gone to the toilet together. We don't know where they are. No Helen or Tara this week. They've together. They'll be back hopefully next week. It will be a long week of talking about men and whatever it is women do in the toilet. I don't know. They take shits together. We're men. We don't know. But anyway, I am joined by a man that's always punching down on his penis. He's a virgin. It's Troy Salmon.
Hey, you gotta get me, Ben. You gotta get me right. Call me the rating spike.
The rated spike.
Call me the rating spike. Know me as now. My name is the rating spike. Know me.
You are officially wanker. Congratulations.
Get me right. Get me right. I'm from
now
on.
Get me right every week. Come on.
Get me right. The rating spike. Call me the rating spike.
So the rating spike. Yes. well, you know, let's be honest. We got a lot of traffic through last week because of a certain show. So, how are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good right now. I feel good. Last week, man, I love that boost, that little boost that we got from the House of the Dragon talk. I love that you guys came out in force. Listen to the podcast. I respect it. Just keep listening to our podcast, man. Hey, we talk about a variety of stuff, but I want everyone to come and join in, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, man. Yeah, we love it, man. We love listening to watching your comments and just supporting us.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, what new listeners will not know is that when women go running, me and Troy will end up doing a random episode like this, a 2-man trip, and we'll just talk about anything. Normally, it's very rarely we talk about television on these 2-man podcasts. So it's a bit weird. They happen quite regularly, especially in 2022. But we're not punching down on the women. It's just an opportunity to talk about other things like pro wrestling, football, what we want to talk about. We kind of throw the format out the window because really, if it's the format we normally use, it just tends to be a really short podcast. We'll be done in half an hour and we're done.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because they're all a lot. Yeah, because literally it's really
done.
Short.
So I've got a shocking secret for you later, but we're gonna start off. So how is Lord of the Rings versus Game of Thrones going? How is that going for you, Troy?
Versus right now.
Another week, another episode of both has dropped. House of the Dragon, Rings of Power. We know we're gonna front load it because we know people came for both of those shows.
Yes.
Maybe Game of Thrones more. We have a specific feeling.
I think Game of Thrones more, yeah.
But we can't. We have to talk about Game of Thrones and Rings of Power together. So, how are both doing? Update me. How is it? I don't watch them, but you know, you're an excitable young man.
Yes. Okay. So, hey, House of the Dragon. Latest episode. Oh my gosh. Stuff that went down in there. Rhaenyra, center of everything in this show right now. Her, Daemon, the incestual relationship right now that we have. Oh my gosh. Ben, I don't know if you've heard about it, Ben. I don't know if you've heard anything about this.
I see. The thing is, I've heard, but I don't know what it means, what it relates to, because I don't know who the characters are. So
Ben is really he's not really in tune with what's going on, but we're saying stuff and he's kind of like slowly picking pieces up. But Rhaenyra, obviously, I told you about before last week.
She sounds like an ice cream.
Rhaenyra, but this is one of the Targaryens. You know what I'm saying? They're these royal bloodline. They basically, usually, in the past, they kind of link together just like any kind of royal family. They kind of marry into each other. They kind of intermarry a lot of the times. So this one literally goes from like uncle and niece.
Okay.
Matt Smith's character trying to get with Rhaenyra this episode. the latest episode. So
Okay.
I was like, it started getting a bit hot and heavy. He brought her down to a brothel in the episode, and the stuff around is it's going down in that place. It's going down.
That sounds like Game of Thrones right there.
Yeah,
Tits
literally.
and ass and dicks.
Trust me, it was going down in that brothel, bro. I was like, oh snap, oh jeez, it's crazy. Yeah, he brings her down there. He kind of leads her on, gives her a few kisses here and there, you know what I'm saying? Kind of turns around, throws her on the wall, that kind of stuff, you know, that kind of hot and heavy action, you know. But that kind of happens, so he kind of backs off a little bit. So I'm kind of like, where's he going with this? He kind of backs off and leaves her kind of cold. Doesn't really like follow through completely with the affair, the ongoing situation that's going on there. So she kind of sleeps with her Kingsguard, a guy called Sir Kristen. She sleeps with him, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole get down in the bedroom. She's like literally taking his armor off. It's really slow, very deliberate how they do it. Like, it's kind of like a whole slow, sexy, you know, like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this is Game of Thrones, baby. I'm like, this is Game of Thrones. Let's go. I was like, oh yes, this song over here. But calm down, guys. They're listening right now. Calm down. You guys see that as well. But yeah, other stuff happens in this episode as well. Just the king kind of steps up, kind of mans up a little bit because he's kind of like a big softy. Literally this whole show so far.
That person left in the Game of Thrones, if they're a softie, they're gonna get that.
Yeah,
I know enough.
Ben knows enough. Yeah, like,
I know enough that that's not good.
World. Yeah, in this world, you're getting beat up, you're getting killed instantly if you're even any ounce of soft in you, like any kind of like weakness. It's a wrap. You're going down. You're going in the dirt.
You're going down, and you're going to Pound Town. You're taking it in the ass.
Well, that too.
In the ear.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah, that down too. Yeah, the ass could be anyway. Hey, it's going down. But
going down in your ear, in your ear.
It's going down in the ear. Oh, the ear, bad coming, bro.
In your ear. Sorry, I've been.
Yeah, but
hey, Game of Thrones will think of that one day. You have heard it here.
Oh, don't give him ideas, Ben. Oh,
the wet willy of all wet willies, but
no.
it's a real wet willy. It's a real wet willy going in your ear.
They do that. Oh, geez, Ben.
A wet willy, but literally a real willy going in your ear. It'd be, like, it will change the game.
Ben's trying to get the extra ratings. Ben's like, do it, man. Get the extra ratings, and I'm like, nah, we don't want to see that. You know what? No, my team is scared. I don't want to see that.
You know it's coming.
Ben's out here plotting out here, giving them ideas and that. No, I'm good. I want to see that.
Human toilets. You can see it coming. Sex fetishes coming to Game of Thrones when they're desperate for ratings.
Jeez, that happens. Oh my god, I'm gonna just like give up. I'm gonna turn the TV off. Just like say, Ben, I'm done. I'm done. But yeah, he fires his right hand man, the hand of the king, because he realizes that he sent his daughter this whole time to kind of get around him, sleep with him, to kind of infiltrate the kingdom. And he's like, nah, we ain't having that out here, because the Rhaenyra and Alicent, they kind of like tell him and kind of keep him up to date with what's going on. And he's like, no, you're out here, you're fired. You're fired, right hand to the king, you're out of there. So he's lost his power in the storyline, which is a mega plot point of the show so far, because he's the one who's been kind of inspecting and like kind of instigating stuff that's been going down in the castle. He's got his own spies in the free town, and because this is how it happened in the first place. He sent a little boy to spy on Rhaenyra, because that's how he found out about Matt Damon's character Damon and Rhaenyra in the first place. So yeah, so that's the kind of like big plot points that's happened in the episode. And yeah, man, this show's incredible, right? House of the Dragon's cooking. It's cooking right now.
So how about the rings of power, the anal rings of power? How does that go? The rings. It sounds like a sex party. That's a sexy crossover. Just
like, that's a great content. That'd be great.
Them just all doing naked shit together. It'd be amazing. It'd be like the best porn film you've ever seen. Dragons and stuff. You know you want to see that now.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. My mind went somewhere else. Sorry.
Ben was but it's a sex porno. See, this is what happens when the girls aren't here. It gets a bit more risque. Have you noticed?
Yeah, a lot. It's something a lot of the time. Hey, and my mind is wandering right now. Ben is taken to another place right now. But the rings of power, yes, we talk about the rings of power. All right, so this is a really good episode. It's very action packed on the elf side because there's I'd say about three main plot points that's going on with the rings of power right now.
Okay.
You got the half-foots, the Bigfoots, like the small people, the hobbits, and this character called the Stranger, as I said before in last week's episode. He's like this tall, kind of wizard-esque kind of person. We don't know who this guy, who this guy is, where he came from. He came from the sky and some kind of meteorite level impact came to Earth. This Middle Earth.
Bang! It's got taken a massive shit, and he's coming here to kill us all.
Because I was intrigued at first, and then it's just kind of going
Shit's
along.
asteroids. That's the difference.
Like a whole asteroid is kind of like an alien level threat. And I'm like, I want this guy to be going off right now because he's going to be a loose cannon, and I can see it happening right now. I want this guy to be like a flipping titan, to be causing chaos, causing havoc in this whole show. I want it to happen. I want it. But it's nothing like that's happening right now. He's kind of just like playing along. They're hiding him from the rest of the group, Lenny Henry's group, because he's like the leader of the Harfoots, and they kind of realize in this latest episode, they know his existence now. They say, why is this guy? Why have you covered up this person? It's all supposed to be us. We must protect the group from outside threats, and because they realize that this stranger has been following them this entire time. But this little girl, the one who helped him, she's in trouble now, and so they basically have to ride the carriage at the back of the group because they're on a mission. They're going somewhere, and obviously going to meet up on the rest of these people, other elves, maybe and dwarves. They're obviously going to meet up with these people at some point. They're kind of intersecting right now, different storylines going on. But that's the first kind of storyline that's happening in the show. The second one is with Gladriel, the elf kind of elf queen, I guess I'd say. She's kind of like Joan of Arc character, the one that's talked about last one, one of the main characters of the show. She's with the stowaway, this highborn, because we find in the episode he's a highborn, and he was pretending to be a lowborn this entire time, saying, I have no money, I'm just kind of thief. And at the same time, she's like, you ain't no thief. I saw this sigil that you have. And he kind of goes, okay, yeah, all right, I'm not, it's me. Okay, so he's kind of this high, yeah. I can't. So he's like this kind of highborn, just like her. He's like this higher, but he's from this evil bloodline that was worshipping Sauron. So they kind of both ends of the spectrum. She's on the elf side. Her brother died by there's the Sauron's people. He's on the side that worshipped and followed Sauron. So they kind of obviously they like each other. So obviously so we're gonna see how that storyline goes. So obviously you're gonna try to say back and forth. Yeah. So we've got that kind of second storyline. And the third one is the one I've been most intrigued by. The other two is kind of meh to me right now. But the third one, my favorite storyline, is the warrior elf who's literally trying to save this his own people from the orcs. So they kind of got this little mini battle going on because the orcs captured him, and he's like enslaved these orcs while they have other elves there as well. And I was like, what? They captured all these elves, and these people were literally warrior elves. So I was like, how did they get these people? So they obviously use the underground system to kind of capture these people. So I don't know how they've done it. They never showed it, but they kind of just like alluded to that they go through these tunnels and get to these places because they hate sunlight. They're basically vampires, bro. they hate sunlight. I'm like, they hate sunlight. I'm like, that's an interesting concept. And I was like, okay.
What, they're vampires?
Yeah, so they're like, I see the sunlight here, like literally burning in the sun, and they kind of hiding in the shadows and that. So I was like, okay, so that they basically got vampires in the show at this point. And literally, this warrior elf, the other main character, he's like literally the third main character of the show. He literally does these kind of martial arts, this leg martial arts with this chain. And I was like, okay, he's got some kind of action fight scenes. So I was like, all right. So kind of do some action set piece goes down because they rebel against the orcs, and they try and escape. But obviously, a few of them die in the scuffle. Literally, the orcs literally just out and out, just like knife this guy's neck, this elf's neck, literally slices his throat, dead. So one of the elves just dies. One of the main friends of the main character. So I was like, oh snap, that's how it's kind of brutal. I was like, Lord of the Rings actually went there. I was like, oh snap, they actually went there. You see the neck and everything, and it's like this guy just like on the floor. I was like, oh,
was it quite graphic for Lord of the Rings?
I was surprised.
I'm going back to the Peter Jackson. They never went too far with the gore, so
this one was like interesting. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. This one, when you just went cool neck. I was like, oh snap, all right.
Welcome to Game of Thrones.
Yeah. See, they know. See, that's what I'm saying. You got Game of Thrones out here on the side. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to watch their back. But yeah, great.
I see you. I bet
you know they're like, I see you, homie. I see you. You know. So they got that in the bag. The action set pieces have been better in Lord of the Rings so far. So yeah, they got the action set pieces down over
because they got the budget for that. So
yeah, they got House of the Dragon. Not so much a budget because the action set piece was like solid. There was like nice set piece. It wasn't over the top. It was just a nice solid set piece with the little chain and like. If you see the actual episode itself, it was very well done. Very well done. Yeah, man, that's Lord of the Rings. Another good episode. I'm digging it. I'm digging it so far. Nothing too crazy is happening. But yeah, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Obviously, some of the storylines are kind of meh. I'm not really digging the Stranger storyline so much because it's kind of slow. Stranger storyline, that part of the storyline, Lord of the Rings. But we're gonna get some kind of big reveal at the end of the season. He's gonna be like some kind of like this kind of like well-known wizard at some point. They're gonna say it's gonna happen at some point. You know, the Stranger's gonna be some wizard that someone's gonna be tied into the original Lord of the Rings somehow. You know it's gonna happen. But yeah, Lord of the Rings is doing well so far. It's doing well so far. I say right now, what am I enjoying the most? I'm enjoying House of the Dragon a little bit more.
Fight. Oh. But at least look, the thing is, I mean, I'm glad we can enjoy Lord of the Rings without this needless color war. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not doing this culture war. If you're enjoying it, that's the most important thing. And I think people need to go back to enjoying the product. I don't give a shit about color anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't even play into the actual storyline anyway. So
it doesn't need to be. Just enjoy the show from the character's point of view. We're all human. I think we've done this a lot recently, but just if you don't like it, don't watch it. Go watch Game of Thrones or go watch something that doesn't offend you. I don't want to hear any more about like online anger about it. Just watch what you watch and just like do what you want to do. We don't have time to repeatedly do this all year round.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Just enjoy it, man. Because House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings, just enjoy it, bro. It's not about the culture, just enjoy it, bro. Lord of the Rings is fantasy, bro. Enjoy it, bro. Come on.
Lord of the Rings. You can be anyone you want to be. They're not historical characters. I think that's the thing. They're not historical characters, so who really gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly.
If they're historical characters, then you got an argument. I remember I was on the side of the people who thought like Henry VIII's wife was black in that Channel 4 thing. That's ridiculous for me. That's a historical person. You can't do that. But if it's Bridgerton, yeah, it's not historical. It's like it's set in a historical period, but it's not set on real people, so you can play around with that a little bit.
Yeah, characters-wise, yeah.
That's different. That's very different. They're not real characters. They're not real people. They're just characters. That's fine. Bridgerton gets a free pass on that. That's absolutely fine. But when it's a real person, you gotta get the right color. You can't just get someone of another color and just them into a historical figure. I remember the anger on the Henry VIII thing because it was just justified. It was just really a really bad choice. Because if like you've done that with Nelson Mandela and put a white person in, like you would expect them to kick off.
Don't even bother me.
So you know, I think with fantasy characters and characters that are in a film, just don't go crazy. I mean, like it's just Lord of the Rings. It's okay. You know, these characters weren't even like based on the books. They're like made up from files of J.R. Tolkien. So really, they're kind of interpreted differently. They didn't put anything down by law. It's free from. So they're kind of playing around. It's not really a complete story.
Exactly. So it's just kind of you can play around with Lord of the Rings with fantasy.
Yeah, so that's just all. Just if you don't like it, just go watch something else. I think
Yeah,
that's.
it's something like that. Yeah.
Is Matt Smith still struggling with his blonde hair in The House of Dragons?
Nah, he's got a trim now, short hair. He's trimmed his hair down, so he ain't rocking that long wig anymore. So it's like, yeah, I like his short hair, man. He looks good with the short hair. Yeah, short is looking good right now. He's looking clean right now. Yeah, looking more like the original Matt Smith. Just white hair.
Because he looks like an albino doctor, from what I can see with his white hair.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so much of the doctor. Yeah.
You know, Matt Smith's one of those actors that, you know, he has the same hairstyle. He doesn't have versatility. You can tell it's Matt Smith. It's something after having discussions with certain people. I have noticed Matt Smith doesn't exactly try to change his hairstyle. It would be nice to see him try and do something a bit different. Because he will just dye it blonde instead of cutting it. And I've noticed he did that for The Crown as well. He just dyed his hair blonde, like he has here for like House of Dragon. It is a choice. Just shave your hair occasionally, Matt. Grow a beard. Do something a bit wacky. Stop being Doctor Who, because that's all it is. When I watched Last Night in Soho, I just thought the Doctor had gone a bit bad.
Yeah, because he basically wearing the same kind of like clothes and everything, similar kind of clothes and everything, suit. Oh, like, oh, snap, yeah, he was going around with Doctor. Yeah, he did in that Soho, yeah. But he's really good in it, but still, it's like, yeah.
It's just, I'm a really cockney, Dave, Matt Smith, Roy slag. Yeah, so, have you got anything else you want to talk about?
Oh,
there's
yes.
just two of us today.
So yeah. So, watching other shows as well. So I've been watching Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is insane right now, bro.
Okay.
Cobra Kai is insane. Yes.
So,
anyone that see Cobra Kai, get on it right now. Get on it, please.
I was going to start this.
God, so good, bro. Have you been watching it? You trying to catch up?
Tell you what I've been doing. I've been watching the original Karate Kids, the first three Karate Kids. I'm not watching the one with the girl or Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith can just get drowned. I mean,
oh jeez.
Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith is, if you know wrestling, he is David Flair to Ric Flair to Will Smith's son. He's awful. He's like, yeah, he's David Flair. He's basically David Flair, the acting. His daddy's much better than him.
He can't act. No.
Like, Will Smith is talented, bruv. Like, his son is awful actor. So, like, I'm not watching that. Even Jackie Chan can't. Jackie Chan has not had one good Hollywood movie besides Rush Hour, by the way. 1, 2, and 3. I'm right. Or Shanghai Noon. Not many people.
No, because he's the Foreigner. That's one of the best. People say that's his best one.
Sorry, I've got some music. Hold on. Can you hear that?
I didn't hear it. I don't think they heard it.
Indian music. You're cool.
I
thought like I was in a Bollywood movie for a second.
Like, shut your mind with sketches up. light up sketches. Yeah.
So, but basically, like, Jackie Chan's only good movies is with Owen Wilson in the Shanghai series and Chris Tucker.
I say, Russia, obviously, but that's probably his biggest, like, best one. But The Foreigner, I need to watch The Foreigner. I need to watch that one because people tell me people say that movie's incredible. So
but he's not had a good run in Hollywood. I like trying to tell my wife she's seen his stuff in Hong Kong. That's pretty good stuff. But his Hollywood stuff,
his best stuff is in this country, whole country. Yeah, best stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's good personally. I think like the Rush Hour stuff, it's still got Chris Tucker being quite racist. Some of it's like you know, I'm not going to do the Bruce Lee noises. It's a bit
extra. Yeah.
You wouldn't do that to a white or black guy now, would you? So don't do it that like. Come on now. But like So what were we talking about? I've completely forgot. Yeah, Cobra Kai. So
Cobra Kai, yeah.
I've watched the original trilogy because I'm going to get like next week. I'm going to crack on with Cobra Kai and start watching it. How is the new series?
Oh my gosh, so good. Oh my god. Now you've watched the movies now, you're gonna watch the trilogy.
If Daniel San
Yeah.
doesn't do a crane kick to kick someone in the face, I've always found that. Can we just go back to Karate Kid? I've always
Go on.
found it's the stupidest thing. He hits his ass with one kick in the face. It's like, how do I defend it? You duck under and you sweep the leg.
That's what I'm saying. Because he took. That's what I'm saying. Because that's what I'm saying. Because he tried to do it and he go, kicked him around the face. It was that quick. That's the whole point, Ben. It was that quick.
It's obvious he's going to kick you with the other leg. You just duck under, you sweep the leg like Mortal Kombat, and you win.
It was the whole point in this. He's supposed to slow it down, and he's not supposed to see it so fast. It just happens, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just so quick.
It doesn't happen. Like the guy was awful. It was like so stupid. He got kicked in the face once, and he crawled off, and he won by one move. He was like, "Are you Goldberg?"
He's the death move, man. It's the finishing move. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the Hulk Hogan. Here's the big boot. Leg drop, brother. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. The Ultimate Warrior running splash. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the Goldberg jackhammer. So it's a wrap. Yeah, it's game over. That's it.
If you did that in the streets here in London, you'll just be kicked under. The first thing you do, you just you get shot. You'll get stabbed in the face. You'll be.
Oh my god! But yeah, that's how it is, man. That's how it's that version of karate, you know. But the thing is, the nostalgia in the season already. Even when in the first episode, you're like, oh, I like character. I'm not gonna say the characters because you're gonna see him at some point. You can watch Cobra Kai, so you're gonna build up to these characters. When you're gonna see him, you're like, the nostalgia's gonna hit you at some point because you're literally just watching it now. So I'm like, oh my days, so we've been watching this right now. The Karate Kid series, it's insane. So he's catching up right now. Literally movies, then the show. So it's gonna be interesting to see how you think about it, how you see the show, watching it, because this is like years in the making for me. You know what I'm saying? But for you, it's literally just like yesterday. It feels like yesterday for you. But yeah, it's gonna be incredible, man. The choreography, the storytelling is so flipping good, bro. The show, I can't stress this enough. How good this show is. The storytelling is incredible. The power scaling is still on point, bro. Power scaling is still on point. Certain characters can't beat certain characters because of the amount of training they've had or lack thereof certain characters. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense the stuff when people are getting beat up and who's not getting beat up. So it makes sense. All this stuff kind of makes sense. And the character development is off the charts, bro. Character development is off the charts. Some guy might be a villain. They might take a little mini arc for them. And the thing is, every character kind of gets their shine who needs to get their shine in this show. So even though the older characters who's coming into the show, more of them now, who's coming to the show now, kind of come from obviously the past. Daniel's rivals are coming out left and right. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, because this is people who say it all the time. This is a Johnny story, bro. Daniel's in the show. Daniel LaRusso is in the show. This is a Johnny storyline, bro. This is Johnny's story. This is his story. So like this was saying, we're gonna see from like his eyes and saying from how Daniel technically got in his business. He should never have got in his business. So that's what I was saying. So when you think about it from that kind of storyline, you see the movies, you're like, oh my god, this guy Johnny's a whole villain. This guy is making trouble. This guy's getting on his head. This entire franchise, and you think yourself, it's when you see it from his point of view, because he started it when he took his girlfriend from him, bro. He took his girlfriend from him in this movie. In the original movie, it's like, and the way they break this down in the show is, I'm like, oh my days, it makes sense. It makes sense. Oh my god, Daniel was the villain. Daniel was the whole villain of the franchise. When you think about it, it's insane how they turn it on his head. That's how great storytelling is. You can make the guy who's supposed to be the hero into a whole villain. That's how you do it.
So now the villain's now the hero.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because you see it from his point of view, because he's like,
that's really clever.
It's really clever how they did it, and I was like, oh my, how are they gonna pull it off? And they do it.
You're not gonna have. I would love to see the Karate Kid girl turn up and her get kicked in the face by one of the females and just go, yeah, nobody likes you. Jaden Smith just get beaten. Can't we just have Jaden Smith tied up and just beaten each week, like beating the shit out of?
Or Hillary
You're
Swank.
not Karate Kid. I'm Karate Kid. Bang.
It was Hillary Swank in it. Oh god, Hillary Swank's
Hilary
rocked up.
Swank
Oh my
and
gosh.
Jaden Smith
Jeez.
tied up and beaten for
Beating up his ass.
thinking that they can be Daniel Sam.
You must be
You just have Mr. Miyagi haunting them. You're really shit. Wax on, wax off. Acid. That's the type.
Oh my
Wax
god,
on,
oh my god,
wax
no.
off.
Savage.
And
My oh gosh.
Smith
But,
then
yeah.
starts, just brings his wife along so he can drown her.
Oh my
With her.
god. What?
She do? What does she do? She's a bitch.
Oh,
Will Smith's wife is a bitch.
Yeah.
So she should get waterboarded, and well, just waterboard both of them, drown them, do it. That'd be fun. Wow, this is going to be an interesting title. This
thoughts, one. Yeah, the thoughts of Ben Gilbert, man. The thoughts
Will
of Ben
Smith
Gilbert.
should waterboard his wife. There we go.
Oh jeez.
Will Smith, waterboard your wife.
Oh my gosh, Jada's got into so much trouble. My goodness, but yeah. Well, Cobra Kai, top notch, A+ TV show. No bad seasons, all hits. Incredible storytelling, great character development, martial arts on point. So good. There's a few cameos along the way. Nostalgia on lock. You know what I'm saying? So good. So damn good. So good. Say it, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai never dies.
So basically, what we're going to do, we're going to do this. I'm just going to say this now. What we are going to do is do a review next week when I've talked to you about Cobra Kai, because I definitely want to watch it. It's like Stranger Things. Also, like,
you know
I
what?
know people have actually said to me that I know, why have you stopped watching Stranger Things? I took a break halfway through. I'm doing Squid Game slowly because I know there's not a lot. Yeah, I know I have to wait until next year for more Squid Game. So I'm watching an episode every couple of days because I've only got 4 left.
Yeah, take your time, man. Take your time.
Yeah, I don't want to rush through it because I know there's not like a second season to go straight to, and like it's good.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's a very good show so far. None of the main characters. Oh yeah, I watched. Okay, so Squid Game again. I'm sure I do it. I do an episode per week. So you're most probably thinking, "Oh my god." Hi, new millennials. There was a time you couldn't. You watched an episode a week, and that was all you got. I'm doing it old school. So I watched the one where they all get stabbed up in the prison, like Lights Out.
Oh yeah, boom, Lights Out.
So the one with the crazy hair, the old lady, the old young lady.
Yeah, the mad one. Like, yeah. Mad
So
one.
she's basically now gone and joined the good guys team, which is hilarious.
Oh,
and they're playing tug of war. And I've now discovered how you play tug of war. It's all about tactics.
It is.
So I think they're going to leave all the main characters until the last, and then we're going to get the bodies hit the floor. They haven't even gone for like the cheap death thing. They are literally, they've shown you all the favorites, all the main ones, and they're going to have them all get through till the end. Then they're going to do, I've got a feeling they're going to do something really bad. They're going to make them kill each other or something. I don't like where this is going to go because they're whittling down really fast.
Yeah.
I feel like there's got to be choices made. I don't trust the old man.
Oh, why not? Why not? Why not? Why don't you trust him? Why not?
I don't know, because during the stabbing, all of a sudden, he was like Spider-Man. He was able to get up to the top. Something ain't right about the old man.
Spider-Man.
I don't trust the old man, and somebody told me do not trust the old man. So I apparently am correct. I think he might be behind it somehow.
Don't know.
I don't trust him. You know, but you're not going to tell me. Huh?
Gotta find out, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You do know. I can see from your smile. You know.
I don't know.
You watched Squid Game, didn't you?
Yeah, but I don't know, bro.
So I want to kind of finish it before.
I'm not saying the thing.
I kind of want to watch it next week because everybody else in the world has watched it, and I somehow managed to avoid spoilers. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you avoid spoilers, but you did it.
I stuck my head in the sand when it came out so that I would avoid it, so that I could watch it when all the hype died down, because I didn't want everyone to spoil it for me.
Yeah, that's why they say nothing. Radio silent when that game. When that show came out, or when people seen it, I didn't want to see nothing. I didn't go.
Oh no, it was quiet. The first
Instagram, I didn't go anywhere.
First couple of weeks it came out, it was quiet, and then all of a sudden it just kind of exploded like a late explosion. And I was like, "What the fuck? Why?" It was like the most silent hype ever. It was like Sex Education. People thought it was going to be good. A couple of weeks there, everyone was talking about Sex Education. It's like
crazy. It was like Squid Game, and then it was like the week after they just got a huge, like, it felt something big was happening. You're like, oh, everyone, haven't seen it, bro. I haven't seen it, and I was like, oh, snap, no, I haven't seen it.
I wish I'd done it first. I wish I watched it first week and just got ahead of everyone and be like a smug prick. I can't be the smug prick this time because I'm literally coming to it last.
Bro, I was like, Squid Game.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop a couple of bombs now. I'm gonna tell you what movies I watched this week.
Go on then.
I don't know if you want to talk to me anymore after this.
Wait, you're scaring me, Ben. What the hell are you doing?
So for a laugh, this is gonna be interesting. I reckon we might get some fans in here.
All right.
How do you say this? I watched Twilight. That's one of them.
Ben did it. He took the dive. He took the plunge, guys.
The current Batman being a sparkly vampire. Look, I don't know how bad the sequels are. Twilight. I've done it. I've watched the first one at least. It's.
What do you think?
It's okay. It's not terrible. I've heard the sequels are really bad. Like, it gets a lot sillier. Maybe because there isn't a stupid war yet. They've kind of.
Yeah, war thing is garbage. That war stuff.
Like, they kept. I know the werewolves are like the guy from Cuckoo. Cuckoo's son is the werewolf. I know that's him. But I thought it was okay. I thought when they sped up was so stupid. Like, that was dumb. Well, I laughed at it. I didn't hate. I've heard she's an annoying character. Bella is.
Yeah.
Bella is a bellend. In like the next couple of films, but in the first film she's okay. I liked her friends. I didn't think Robert Pattinson was terrible. He was okay.
No, I wouldn't like that.
I could see why he's Batman, because he's brooding. Didn't hate it. It wasn't terrible. It was better than I thought it was. It would be, actually.
That's what happened with that, because literally, you know, my little sister, she loves Twilight. She loves that stuff. She literally binges it every 5 minutes. So whenever she's like,
she is a straight woman. Of course, she would.
Twilight constantly. I'm like, you watching this all the time? What are you watching? Then she tries to hide. She goes, nothing. Now I go in there. I'm like, you watching Twilight? She watches Twilight.
There's a joke. You want to find a straight woman? They're a Twilight fan. There you go.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm not saying like straight people are like better, but like it's clear if you're a Twilight fan, you like straight vampires, right? So it wasn't terrible. I've seen much worse. So franchises that I couldn't give a shit about. Harry Potter is one of them. Like, you know, I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan or Lord of the Rings fan. I can't get through Lord of the Rings. I'm going to try again with Lord of the Rings this weekend. I'm going to start with the Peter Jackson trilogy. I'm going to try and not fall asleep this time. Then maybe do the Hobbits. Then do Rings of Power.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think the problem with Game of Thrones is it's either two things. It's old people sitting around a table talking bollocks, men with beards, or it's just sex. And neither of those really appeals to me in a show. Lord of the Rings has always got more interesting characters for me as well. From what I saw. I remember the first film, I think. I'm not too sure. I feel like I took a drug trip and watched it. Did drugs. No, but I like Lord. I like Twilight's not terrible, but
I know it's not easy. It's not easy. No, it's not terrible, is it?
it's not terrible. I don't want to watch the sequels though. I feel like I've watched the first one, so I can go. And they lived happily ever after. I don't need to watch any other sequels. The werewolf stayed away from Bella. That's all I need to watch. I'm not watching any more sequels. I've seen the best one, which is the first one, because it's a love story and it's about a vampire and there's no stupid superhero vampire war. That's where Underworld went wrong. So I'm tapping out now before the next three films all just destroy that. I have seen the lineup in the snow of all the vampires like the fucking Avengers. No.
He's saying it.
So stupid.
He's saying it. Oh my god. And yeah, it does get bad though, I've got to admit, it does get bad. So yeah, you watched the first one. Yeah,
I mean, I'm a fan of the first film, and I think a lot of Twilight fans will give me respect for at least liking one of them.
Yeah, if you've seen Twilight 1, then yeah, obviously, you like it. Twilight 1, you like it. Anything past that, you like, nah, ain't happening, bro. Nah.
You're on drugs, Ben. So them I watched, and this is going to be really interesting to gauge how you feel. 50 Shades of Grey.
Even I haven't seen that. What the heck, man? You watched 50 Shades of Grey?
I was interested in it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So, this is why I wish that the girls were here to see
Bro, they missed out. They missed out the big time. This will be their kind of topic, bro. They would love talking about that. They'd love it.
Well, we can bring it up again next week if need be. But 50 Shades of Grey. Oh my god. So
Jamie Dornan.
How do I think you know the plot. It's an arsehole. The problem with if this is what the book is like, so Twilight, I care a little bit about the characters. Like the vampire has a loving family. Bella's not annoying.
Yes,
they're not. You kind of care about them a little bit. Not amazingly, but they're not hateable characters. I can't speak for later Twilight films, but I will talk about 50 Shades of Grey. Like it's some of the worst writing. I literally watched it with laughter. And there's just some scenes that, there's no need to take a naked woman and tie her up and start whipping her. What the F am I watching? It's Saw, but with dildos. Okay? So, it's awful. It's an awful film because there's two more of them. Then I watched the sequel. I watched the 50 Shades Darker.
You what? You watched the sequel? Oh my god!
Because it's like a car crash.
You sick freak!
You have to go and see. At this point, alcohol had been taken, so I think it made me go, "Oh, the next one's on Prime. I'll just go watch that." Oh god, I'm definitely not doing this again. There's a third one, and I'm not doing the third one. No.
Oh, no, you're officially named Ben 50 Shades
Gilman. I got halfway through the second one. Right, so the guy has never had a proper girlfriend before. He just fucked with it. And then he just decides, you know what, I'm going to make a solo contract. I can do what I like to her. It's just that's already a bit weird.
He's like, get over there. Chain her up.
Yeah, if that was a normal relationship, that would be a arrest coming. The woman is she just goes and has sex with him, and it's just why would you want to go out with kinky Batman? It's awful character. She's alright, but I just don't understand why she keeps going back to him like a boomerang. Awful. 50 Shades of Grey. It's just because they think the kinky sex is going to make it different from every romantic movie ever. I just thought this is a bit like Skins. Awful people doing awful things, except for they're not teenagers; they're grown-ass adults. And it's just like I'm gonna fuck you hard. It's like okay,
harder.
I'm Batman. And basically, It's
Jeez.
Batman with a dildo. It's awful. It's what Bruce Wayne does in his own time with Catwoman, but we don't need to see it.
You never know. Yeah, good Batman. Yeah, could be.
It's just awful. It's just like, yeah, I got all these big ass the sex room. There's the sex room. This is what people went mental over in the book. And knowing that lots of mothers have been strumming it to this makes me never want to
Bro, remember when we were working at Weight Road, bro?
yeah.
Bro, you thought we Weight Road. Remember that time we first hit? They're like, oh, I'm gonna go see Shades of Grey. I'm like,
I remember we were invited by a work colleague, and I was like, no.
I was like, heck no. You saw me walk out. I was like, I even asked them. I was like, turn my head. I was like, I'm out here.
I'm gone. No.
I'm out here. I'm out here.
Because I got Prime, it was there. I was like, oh, the trilogy's there. Okay, I might watch the first one. It was funny. I just laughed at how bad the writing. Right. This is.
I can't look at Ben the same, but guys, I can't look at him the same way
That's
again.
it. I've done Shades of Grey.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I've learnt a new thing for a cucumber as well because of it.
Oh my god!
I just sat there laughing at it. My wife thinks I've lost my mind because I watched it. You're still watching this crap? I was like, I feel just. I don't feel aroused. I just feel dirty. It's not even that good a film. It's like the acting is awful. The characters are just horrific people. And then I started watching the second film. I got halfway through the second film, and I'm like, no, I'm done. I can't watch anymore of this.
I can't believe it. I feel like I'm in an alternate reality. Ben's got 50 Shades and the sequel. What is going on out here? What's going on with the planet Earth right now? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god. 50 Shades and the sequel. Oh my god.
If I'd done the trilogy, I think you'll be dead right now.
If you did the whole trilogy, I'm not. That's it.
You'll be swinging in your chair, just dead right now.
Like, out, just out on punches. The rest of the podcast, I'll be out. I was like on the floor, just like passed out.
It would just be me talking into a microphone. And then he pulled out a whip, and then I just sure hasn't recovered. I don't think I've seen him this quiet in a while. This is kind of disconcerting.
I still can't believe it. Ben of all people, I just got me. I can't even get over it. I don't know if I ever will, but yeah.
Oh, my work colleague, because he's a fan. Yeah. I'm not going to say his name, but yeah, I told him, and he said, "Oh, like their reaction is going to be his reaction was like everybody else. You did what? You watched Twilight?" Somebody went, "Okay."
Yeah, Twilight, you can kind of go, "Okay, yeah." You saw Twilight, okay.
Everyone knows I hate vampires, so they're like,
yeah.
Then you say 50 Shades of Grey, and people look at you a different way.
No, what did you say?
You're not a 65-year-old woman. What?
Exactly that. Repeat yourself. What did you say? 50 Shades of Grey. What the heck? This guy lost his mind.
Our friendship will never be the same again.
It's never be the same again. See Ben now. Oh my god, man. Shades of Grey, that's insane, bro. I remember this forever. Oh my god, but yeah.
So this is 100 episode 26. Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings would make a sexy porno.
It probably would. I'm not lying. Jeez. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Shades.
I mean, I think we should wrap this up before Troy's had enough. No.
I know. What else you got for me? Do you watch Twilight, 50 Shades? What else? What else you got for me?
Hold on. Let me just check. Hold on. It might get worse. Cover your ears.
Oh, jeez.
What else have I watched? Like, I haven't watched any TV, which is, for someone that's on a podcast about TV, it's a big sin. But then I don't think you were expecting what I came up with.
Nope.
Content. Anything else?
Freddy's trying his best to kind of confound me some more. He's trying to find something crazy that
I
he's
think
seen.
I don't think I can top what I've started with.
No,
Really.
when she said 50 Shades, that and the sequel, I was like, I'm done. That's it. You can't top that. That's impossible. You can't get
I think I should just leave it there. I don't think I can beat that this
You
week.
can't beat that. That's impossible. It can't be done. 50 Shades and the
Not in a
sequel.
million years will I be able to beat that.
Oh my gosh. Anyone heard that?
I'm leaving it there because I think it's really. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just gonna leave it there. No, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna park myself before I get into real trouble.
Yeah, don't say anything else, man.
Because right now Troy's still very vulnerable, and
Oh
it's
my
early. For his recovery, I should shut the fuck up for the next couple of
yes.
minutes.
I'm gonna be like, it's like, you know, you're sleeping, like you're in bed. I'm gonna be like, this whole time I was thinking about it. It's like, oh, Ben's 50
It's like
Shades of Flipping Great sequel.
you're gonna be like motherfucker tonight.
This son of a what
Motherfucker.
Oh my god, this whole time waking
Like,
up just smiling, just like laughing.
I can just see you now, like cut me out the photographs of our friendship.
Yeah, it's like it's those movies. Look at
Like
this
sad music.
photographs, which I
We
call
were friends, we're not friends.
just cutting out all the movies, cutting out
I
pictures.
just every picture has
The
you.
deleting pictures of Ben in it.
Any pictures of me and you, just the team, the boys, just no Ben. It's just a
No,
head missing.
Just Photoshop there for other pictures, just Photoshop a Ben out each picture. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
You've replaced it with a picture of Dan.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow, man, you did it. You did it. Oh no.
I don't give a shit anymore, mate. I've watched 50 Shades of Grey. I can say what the fuck I like now.
Oh
I'm
my
entitled
god.
to. I've watched 50 Shades of Grey. I can say what I like. What I want.
Oh man.
You none of you have walked in my shoes.
Oh gosh. Man. Man's out. He's gone. He's 50 Shades. I was it for him. I was it for him.
I'm sorry. I've watched 50 Shades of Grey. I can say what the pump.
Off limits. He's on no limits now. No limits.
There are no limits because I can say what I like about former people that used to work on this podcast.
Oh god. Oh,
Okay, have you recovered now? Are we good?
Oh, I'm recovered. Oh, sweating, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Recovered. I'm recovered. I'm well recovered now.
You don't sound like it. I think you're still recovering.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right. So it's okay. So you talked about 50 Shades of Grey and sequel and Twilight. Okay. So
That is it. I'll leave it there because I don't think we're going to top that.
No, we can't. I've got no energy left for that. See, the energy is gone for 50 Shades. My energy is I've died. I'm somehow recovered. But yeah,
Troy can't continue, so maybe we should
no, can't continue.
before we destroy Troy's libido. Yeah. I think we should end the podcast unless there's no sign of Tara coming busting through the door.
Nope.
No, that's not happening today. Then that's fine.
No Kool-Aid, man. Nope.
Not happening today, my friend. Not happening today. Oh, but your reaction was hilarious, so that was worth it. I knew it would be good. I didn't realize it would be that spectacular.
Hey, you know, you see the movies and TV shows where they put the hand on, they're in the shower. This just like look the head down in the shower, the water's over the head. It's just like contemplating life. That's what happened right there. Bro. I was like, this guy, what the heck?
Why? Why? You look so pissed off when I said that. You're like, motherfucker. You're like, you're going to beat me up.
I went to reach for the screen and slap. No, what's wrong with this guy, bro? What the heck is going
Put
on?
the movie down. If you
Put it
knew,
down.
you'd call my wife. I'm doing a prevention call here. Your husband needs. What is Ben doing now?
Just rocking like a cult leader, just walking up and saying, "Yes, we have to join the course right now." But then,
What's Ben doing right now? Stop him.
Oh my god, man, it's called me Troy White at this point. Ben join the cult, like you need to be reformed immediately. Oh my god, incredible.
You need to stop me next time. You know.
I don't know where you went with that 50 Shades, but hey, that was incredible entertainment.
You're happy that you're entertained. I thought you would kill me, so
thank you.
Thank you.
I couldn't go nowhere with that. I was like, how am I supposed to go with that? I was like, what am I supposed to do with that knowledge? 50 Shades of Grey.
It will change our friendship forever and ever. Amen.
Yes, I remember. Amen. There we go. I got to go for holy water in this guy right now. Literally, I need to find some holy water.
Troy's not recovering, people. I think we've broken Troy.
We need to exercise Ben right now. We need to do full of exorcism. For Ben right now. He needs to exercise.
Troy is not going to forgive me for that.
Oh God, this podcast is amazing, so I love it. I love it.
We can't recover.
Yeah, literally, I haven't been just training the podcast in so long. Ben just took it right out of me, man. I was like, let's just
Like
stop
a soul vampire, just sucked it out of you, like.
What was it like? What we do in the shadows? Just draining energy and that. The energy vampire.
Pretty much. That was the plan. That was the evil plan.
Oh my God, that's another show I need to finish. What we do in the shadows. That show is funny as heck. That is incredible. Oh man, but yeah.
I think Troy's now recovered.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm recovered. Yes.
Good man. Okay. So, what do you want to talk about now?
So, so literally, I've literally just yesterday I finished I Afraid of the Dark. It's a new season, the third season now. I Afraid of the Dark. So episode 1 is called we get a proper name for it. We get the proper name for it. Get the proper name for it. Ghosts. Where is it called? What's the proper name? Don't get it wrong. There we go. So it's the Ghost Island. There we go. I know it's Ghost Island. I want to make sure to get a proper name for it because it's had a lot of different names in it. So it's Ghost Island, and so we have these. Well, we had this Asian girl, and she's like the main character of this story. She's got other friends. So obviously, they're the Midnight Society. You know how it goes. They're around the campfire and tell stories, but they only see that until like the midway through the episode because it's like an hour and a half episode. They're like movie length episodes, and I like that because they kind of go in there, pack a lot of stuff in the episode. I'm like, oh, it's solid as well. It's like a ghost story, the run-of-the-mill ghost story. But the thing is, they do this very well in this kid format, and I'm like, oh, snap, this is some good TV because the second season was terrible. First season with Carnival of Doom, amazing. I love that first season of the new Eyes Syndrome, incredible. Second season dropped off a cliff.
And was on fire apparently.
It's terrible.
Where is this streaming? Is this Shudder?
So I'm afraid of dark. So it's actually streaming. Where is it on? I think it's on I know it's on Nick, but I'm trying to see what's it over here.
Find out.
Let me find it real quick. See, I'm afraid of dark.
Troy is googling on air. On air.
I have to do it in the UK.
We are googling live on air.
That's what we do. That's what we do out here. Nickelodeon UK.
Photo.
Nickelodeon UK apparently. So some on Nickelodeon UK. Okay.
Are you scared of? I'm scared. Are you scared of you? I'm scared of my brother's socks when he.
Nick UK.
I'm just taking shots at people now, Troy. It's all going on.
Yeah, it's literally that's what's going on right now. So yeah. So apparently
I hate my family. No, I don't. Taking shots.
This is taking shots at everyone. So yeah, apparently, yeah. So Nick UK is apparently on there, Nickelodeon UK. So it's obviously got that adult theme in there, but it's obviously geared towards kids because it's a Nick show. But there's a little boy in there, so he doesn't know if he's a spirit or not, because apparently he has these flashbacks of someone else being possessed by the spirit that's in a mirror that takes control of a hotel called literally Room 13. That's where the main source of this spiritual energy that's going on right now. So they go to Room 13. So he's telling me a story about a campfire. And they don't use the original Midnight Society type of stuff where they do this kind of pact and all that
really
stuff. They kind of allude to it. They kind of allude to it because that they have their own version of the Midnight Society. So they kind of, but the thing is, one of their members has apparently turned into a ghost. So they kind of play with that where one of them apparently is dead. They say so. So it's interesting concept.
Weird thing to do.
It's interesting concept. I was like, that's kind of weird. It's like they only can't find it all sad.
But why do that? Because like I'm not being rude, but like You want the original cast there. Why? That's ruined my day.
It's crazy because each season it's like there's a different group of kids. So each season like they change the kids in each season. So like
don't do that. Have
that's what they've done.
Kids.
It's crazy. That's what I thought was originally gonna happen because from first season so good. The chemistry between the kids was incredible. From the rebrand. And then the second season they changed the kids. The rebrand. I think they got the 2.2 version. But the second season, the kids were good, but the story was garbage. So then this season, the kids are okay as well. The kids are okay. I like these copper kids on this one, but I wanted to keep the original season 1 kids, man, because that was like the perfect group of kids.
Maybe the season 1 kids will come back and kick them in the head. And like,
they need to take over because that group of kids was incredible. Chemistry just felt like a Goonies type of. It was so good. The chemistry between all of them, like somebody made that kind of stuff, man. They meshed so well. All the group of those first season kids was so good. Yeah, they were the masks and everything. They were going around in the forest. It was just good. It was good. I take down this evil circus master in season 1. I loved it, man. He was taking all these kids in the town. Incredible storytelling. But even the soundtrack was on fire. The soundtrack was on point in that season. But so season 3, it's trying along nicely. The ghost story is very good right now. Very 1408, that kind of thing going on where the house, the hotel is haunted. Where they go to a specific room and you see a character like Samuel Jackson, like you see in that movie, like literally just he's got a kind of like he knows what's going on, but he ain't saying what's going on. You know what I'm saying? There's the kind of guy who works there. So you got the kind of elements in the episode or in the late season, and the kids are very likable. I say they're very likable, yeah. So you can kind of follow. You gotta pick your own kid, I guess, because we're all kind of different. Which I like. The first season had that as well, but yeah. But yeah, the Asian kid, she's obviously the main character, but her sister is the one who apparently turned into a ghost. So apparently she's one who started telling these stories. Apparently she was the leader of this group in the first place. So they kind of stopped being a midnight society, storyline wise, because she's gone, and they've never said a scary story since. So that's the kind of the story that they kind of do where like they kind of like
the biggest pussies ever.
They're like, no, because of this little boy.
We can't do it anymore because Harry Potter's not here anymore.
Basically, the main character's gone, so we can't tell those stories. Bad memories. So that kind of thing. So they kind of wanting their self-pity, like, no, don't tell the stories because her sister's gone. That kind of stuff, that kind of that stuff, right? You kind of like, oh, here we go. But they kind of do that, and they kind of like using these seances now. They kind of have a special like 2 sticks to kind of say yes or no on, kind of a little child version of a seance, and they kind of trying to get her sister back from the spirit world. It's all kind of craziness going on right now. So yeah, it's kind of going mad right now. But yeah, I like it so far. I like it. But My Friend in the Dark, good. Another show that I've watched.
So what we learned this week as we end up this podcast, I think it's a good time to wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Instead of fame and dump it over the top like a dead body.
Wait, don't do it. I want to say a quick shout out to Vampire Academy. Just came out first episode. So good.
Yeah, we can save that for next week, though.
I like it.
Let's save stuff for next week.
We're saving it.
Yeah, I've got lots of stuff to talk about, but the 2 main important ones were discussed. I feel like I have got it off my back. I am now proud to own I watched 50 Shades of Grey. If I liked it, you would have definitely had a problem, but I didn't like it, so at least I'm. Your reaction was amazing, though. I'm so glad I told you.
He did it for your guys' important enjoyment. That's why he did it. That's why I watched Shades of Grey first in the sequel.
But I'm telling you, Troy's reaction was worth it. It was the one I was going for, so I'm happy that you found it shocking. Because I thought in my mind, when I bring this up on the podcast, Troy's expression right now is going to be like, really? What would Troy do? Troy wouldn't watch this shit. Then again, you're a fucking Charm fan, so I don't care.
This guy, you cannot say anything about Charm ever again. Watch his Jason Gray.
Every episode. I think we do this 126. So thank you for episode 126. Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings would make a sexy crossover porno.
Oh yes, it would.
That is it. There are channels for Tara who's not here. There is a Twitter. There is a email down there for us. There is Troy. You pimp your
Everything's down there. Legend of All 101. YouTube channel, pop culture, movie reviews, TV show reviews, all that good stuff. I talk about even House of Dragon, Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna get started on that at some point because I'm just enjoying it right now. So yeah, check me out over there. And yes, check the description box below. All that stuff down there, all the good content. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what to do.
That's it. Yep. Go and support it. He's very enthusiastic. I still need to do that rock promo on all the Nightwish fans.
You still wants that? Yeah, man,
we need to do that. You just intro me to one of your videos. We need to do that.
I'm gonna do it.
For years. We should do that next week, definitely, because it's been a while, and I think it would be funny.
Yeah.
We should do it because I think the Nightwish fans that come to your channel will be like, "Motherfucker, who's this motherfucker? Let's go."
You're gonna go off.
Wow. Okay, so it's goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
Will Smith. Don't do divorce. Just kill the bitch. You don't just waterboard the bitch, and then you do not have to pay any money to the whore.